Hi, I'm Ivan with Pickleball Apes, and today we're going to take a look at the new Pulse series of paddles. It's not very common for paddle companies to review their own products, but I'll try to remain as objective as possible to help you better understand our new products. We'll be mainly comparing it to our Energy series, including the Pro Energy and the Pro Energy S paddles. The Pro Energy was one of the first paddles to use aramid fiber on the surface, and today we see the material becoming more and more popular. The market is obviously very saturated, making it more difficult to stand out. So we decided to take a more curated and data-driven approach with our new products. We started with computer simulations, testing different scenarios, core configurations and core geometries. After running simulations, we conducted real-life experiments to identify the best performers, and the Pulse series is the result of this process. The Pulse series comes in three different shapes. A hybrid shape, the same as the Pro Energy S. An extra elongated shape, identical to the Pro Energy shape, which is still quite unique to the market. And a new wide body shape that we haven't been introducing before. I won't go into every detail of the paddle's shapes, but this gives you a solid overview. The main differentiator is the core. The core of the Pulse series has been updated with widened foam walls, which adds more vibration reduction and expands the sweet spot, giving the paddle a softer, more shock-absorbing feel. However, it doesn't feel as soft as you might expect from earlier generation of paddles. We've also added a carbon fiber ring grid, a thin layer of 3 sheets placed on top of the core to ensure structural rigidity. This adds stability and prevents the foam walls from degrading or collapsing, which can cause that maraca or sand-like sound effect over time. This is a computer simulation of 2 different paddles cores with a ball impact 20 miles per hour. Pro Energy. Notice the stress on the handle during impact and limited energy distribution. And the Pulse E, there is a less stress on the handle and more consistent energy distribution throughout the core. This results in reduced vibrations and a softer feel. We have conducted a standard test, measuring serve volley speed and punch volley speed with a radar gun, comparing these paddles to the Energy series. You can see the average result on the screen is around 5% increase on average compared to the original Energy series. We also wanted to find a way to conduct a reliable at-home test for paddle bounce, eliminating the human factor. While we tried to surf as consistently as possible, there was still a human factor involved. So we came up with a Newton's cradle experiment. We have 3D printed a paddle stand where a ball is dropped from a 90-degree angle into the paddle surface, and we measure the bounce angle, initial velocity and exit velocity. This allowed us to calculate the coefficient of restitution, but to avoid the confusion with the actual USA Pickleball PB core, we'll call it coefficient of bounce. This shows how bouncy the paddle is. The original paddles had a coefficient of bounce around 0.33, while the Pulse series comes in around 0.35, meaning it's slightly bouncier. If this paddle had been released 2 years ago, it probably would have been categorized as a power paddle. However, nowadays it would be described as a control-oriented all-court paddle. If you really enjoyed the original Energy series paddles, and you're looking for 6 to 9% increase in power and pop, reduced vibrations, larger sweet spot, and just a more enjoyable feel, the Pulse series should be a great upgrade for you. Thank you for watching. We'll be making more in-depth videos like this in the future, so don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't miss out our launch giveaway with just paddles. Check out the link in the video description for more details on how to participate.